Guys have a way of acting as if they don't need girls around. But, try ignoring a guy and see what happens. It is an excellent way to get him and keep him. This technique requires some determination. But the hardest things to do produce the best rewards. When it comes to getting a guy to fall head over heels in love, sometimes the way to his heart is not through his stomach but by getting under his skin. Ignoring a guy may be the best way to pique his interest and have him begging for your attention. In this video I'm going to be showing you 10 different ways to ignore him that will make him feel desperate to have your attention back and to never lose it again. Ignoring him confuses him to no end. As is often the case, he doesn't feel anything for the girls who show interest in him, and the one that he does want completely ignores him. It makes him think there is something special that you alone possess. It makes him have to have you. Make him crave your attention. Let's just be honest. Guys crave attention and admiration. If you pretend you couldn't care less about him, it makes him work overtime to catch your eye. The more he can't have your attention, the more obsessive he becomes. Ignoring a guy is like making him wait to have sex with you. If you don't let him have the attention he craves it that much more. Number 1. Teach him not to mess with you. If you're in a relationship with a guy who either doesn't give you enough attention or with a wandering eye, show him what it feels like for someone to discount his feelings or make him feel less than. The only way to tame a guy who seemingly can't be bothered with your relationship is to show him the sting of what it feels like when you dump him. Shutting him out and ignoring him altogether makes him think twice about what you really mean to him. And, it also teaches him that if he can't get his stuff together and start treating you right, you have no problem walking away and saying goodbye. To hold on to him, make him believe he is disposable, and that you are not. Number 2. Make sure he knows you heard him. Acknowledging that you can hear what he's saying and then deliberately not responding will drive him nuts. If you want to get your crush to notice you by ignoring him, then this is definitely going to work. He'll not only be confused, but he'll want to know why you're ignoring him. This will cause him to give you all kinds of attention in an attempt to make you respond to him. You'll definitely have success with this method. If you're finding this video interesting, then be sure to check out the video in the description on how to win him back and make him yours forever. Number 3. Have your friends ignore him too. If you really want to take it to the next level, have your friends ignore him too. He'll be dumbfounded as to why nobody is talking to him. It'll make him desperate to talk to you again, and his tune will be noticeably nicer. He'll try to suck up to you to get on your good side, and by extension to get on your friend's good side. This can be quite amusing to watch. Why give him one cold shoulder when you can give him 4 or 5? Take a break from any mutual friends. If you and your ex shared a lot of mutual friends, you may need to take some time away from the whole group. Perhaps there are some new people at school you could spend some time with instead. By taking time away from your group of friends, you avoid running into your ex and make it easier to ignore him. This may mean missing out on parties or other fun events, but it is only temporary, and it will be worth it. This may even open you up to new friendship opportunities. Number 4. Change something that he didn't like in you. There are always 2 things in any relationship, good and bad. No matter how pretty you are or how good you were in everything you did for him, there's always something lacking in one's character. It could be anything. Maybe you were too possessive and he didn't appreciate it. Maybe you were too talkative or too shy or quiet. Maybe you were too sarcastic, or maybe you were a bit immature. Whatever it was, change it, if you want to make him want you and beg to be with you. Consider these potential sources of conflict. Work on being more attentive, more mature, or more fun. The next time he sees you at work, school, or a friend's party, he'll be impressed by your subtle improvements. Something's different about you. And he likes it. Number 5. Stop ignoring him when you've won. You can't ignore someone you have a crush on forever. Not if you want to eventually date him, at least. You can only play hard to get for so long before he begins to lose interest. So once you've done it for a while and he's completely hooked on you, stop ignoring him and work your magic. It's time for you to engage with him and make sure his attention is on no one but you. Number 6. Use the push-pull technique. When you finally do talk to him again, you don't necessarily want to come straight out and talk to him like nothing happened. Instead, you can use this as a playful and nonlinear approach to communicating with him. Pull him closer by showing some interest in him again, but then leave him insecure and yearning for you by pushing him away. For example, when talking with them, you can lean in and act really interested in what he is saying. From there you can stare deeply into his eyes and then all of a sudden look disappointed and uninterested and turn away. Or, during an emotional high point in the conversation, you can turn away, look at your phone, smile, and then look back at them and continue talking. This kind of move will drive your crush nuts and create an instant tension loop. People like being the center of attention when you're talking to them, and when you disrupt that balance, it makes them want to win your attention back. Number 7. Don't act like his girlfriend until you are. With all of that said, it's important that you remain and act single until he locks you down. It's as simple as you are either single or taken. If you act like a girlfriend to him before he's committed to you, he has no reason to make you his girlfriend because you're already giving him everything without him having to commit or make the same effort. A man commits to a woman he knows he will lose if he doesn't make the effort. You have to give him the space to act on his feelings for you and make the move to lock you down. Otherwise you're moving on to someone else. This is why it's so important to keep your options open. Number 8. Avoid commenting or liking his social media posts. If you want to completely ignore a guy, avoid him on all forms of social media. Stop liking and commenting on his posts or pictures and don't message him. You can even unfollow him, but if he notices, he'll know that you went out of your way to do so, which might hint that you're affected by him. Ignoring a guy on social media might not be the best option if you're interested in him. Instead, try to pique his interest by ignoring him slightly in person and liking his posts online. Number 9. Do not wish him well on holidays. On his birthday, Christmas, the New Year, or any other holiday, you may be tempted to text him to wish him well. Don't do this. You will just be opening a door that is better left shut. Text somebody else to wish them a happy holiday and then set the phone down. Number 10. Trigger his emotional buttons to a point of no return by talking about your best sexual experiences. Sex. Obsession and taboo. Biological necessity and spiritual sublimity. Sex isn't everything in life, but it's definitely something that you cannot ignore. No matter how long you were together or how bland things may ultimately have gotten in the bedroom, I'm willing to bet you have some particular sexual moments with your man that you revisit in your fantasies again and again. And I'm willing to bet your ex does, as well. Talk about those moments and see how it transforms him emotionally towards you. Believe me, these little things will make him want you back again, as no guy would want to lose a girl like you, and that's what you want him to feel. So will you ignore him to make him hurt and want you back? Which of these techniques will you try? Or is the cold shoulder like playing with fire and best to be avoided? Comment below.